Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you Sunday, January the 17th. The year is 2021. Let's talk trading. It's time for the weekly opening gap. And as you all know by now, these videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. Getting right into it, we can see that most of the gaps have filled. We have the Aussie franc that hasn't filled, and the New Zealand franc hasn't filled. Rest of them, the gaps have already filled, and we're about 6 hours and 22 minutes into the trading day. Very interesting chart here where you can see we are still inside the monthly range, below the monthly and yearly open, and so far we're 9 pips below the weekly open. And month, week, day is red at the moment. We open below the previous day's midpoint. We've got an inside bar at 35.53. That would be a breakout to the downside. Not too many inside bars happening this week here. We've got a few on the week and just a handful on the month. Once again, only 6 hours into the trading day, no ranges of significance. And there's something we'll be talking about regarding what ranges probably later this week, unless I have some time as I get through this video. As you can see, the pivot was up here, so if you faded the pivot, hopefully you took your pips before the market took them back. As you can see, right now we're going through the short zone here. The range is too low. One of the things about the rat zone, really have to look at the range, and I know I have it set now. I think on this version that I updated, I need to get out to the people, to the traders. We have the multiplier 3. Probably really should be 4, so you'd have about an 80 pip range before you start looking for reversals. Because I've got a couple of new indicators for 2021 that kind of pinpoint the reversals. Probably be showing those off next week. It looks like we hit the weekly pivot. Daily pivot's up here. Monthly pivot is down here. We've already taken that out once. There's a missed weekly pivot way down here from back in November. We're going through that wick zone right here. On the ranges, one thing you want to start looking at as rat traders, give you a little hint, is the high minus open and the open minus low. Also, you can look at the ATR. Remember, we look to at least go from the open either minus half the ATR min and or go up to open plus half the ATR min. So between here and here would be a full ATR. And as you can see, we're making new daily low. When we've got a 3 ball on the bottom of that candle. Once again, taking the Walmart line at 70. Yeah, you'd be up a few pips right now. And for those of you using the 3LZZ, and it seems like there's more and more people jumping on that bandwagon. I just have to caution you, when that 3 ball first appears, it means price is breaking out. So wait for that candle to close before you start taking reversals. That's just the smart, wise thing to do. And at this stage of the game today, price still needs to expand. So until it gets above the daily open, it's going to be expanding to the downside. And that's just something to know. Another little something to think about during the middle of the day. Another little tip or trick. If price needs to expand and it's below the daily open, chances are it's going to keep going down. Unless it crosses the daily open, then chances are to expand to that range, it has to go up. And so what you don't want to do is fight that. Because if you go back and you can look at, say, 15-minute charts or even 1-hour charts, you see when price needs to expand, what happens? Price opened here, it moved up, stopped, came back, crossed below that open, needed to expand, crossed up here, didn't expand, now it crossed down here, it's expanding. Price will expand based on statistics. Do you think the pound's going to close with the 36 pip range? Well, I guess it is a holiday coming up, MLK Day, but I don't think that's celebrated worldwide. So I think the traders in the other time zones, other sessions, will be trading actively. That's just how it is. Okay, where? Oh, I wanted to show you something here. Maybe you caught it. I've been working on the missed pivots indicator, this one right here. And that's one of the ones that goes in the MT4 mother load, or the, I guess this year will be the TRO build 1300 file, because we're now on build 1300. But you see missed pivots out of the ones we looked at. I think, what do I have, 250, a full year's worth, I believe. Yeah, 250. We had 55 missed pivots on that day, and we had 195 filled. So 78% of the time it fills it on the day. Oh, I'm sorry. This is weekly. So it fills it on the week. I can keep going. The minimum miss was 0.4 pips. The maximum was 427.2. I have a 10 pip threshold, meaning how many times was the miss under the threshold? 0. Or miss, I'll have to remember what that meant now. I was really deep in programming mode. I was thinking under the threshold, over the threshold, 55. Yeah, out of the missed pivots, under the threshold, 0. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. Something's not clicking. But anyway, I'll figure it out, and then I can tell you guys tomorrow. Missed pivots here on the daily, 65, 185, filled 74%. So the max of the miss was 77.8 pips. The min was 0.0. Under the threshold was 8, and over was 57. Like I said, I have to remember how I did that calculation. I don't recall off the top of my head. I need to look at the code. I guess maybe I can look at the code while I'm here, and then I can let you guys know. Okay. Because and in fact, there's another version. A trader asked me to, they was looking at how many times our pivots missed 2 days in a row. How often does that occur? And I think out of 500 times, there was only 5 times that happened for the pound dollar. let's see, missed pivots. Okay, looking at the code here. Let's see, missed pivot point minus the high. Oh, wait, I'm looking for threshold. Okay, if the gap is less than the threshold. Okay, now I remember. So what this is, how many times was open minus the pivot, the absolute value, under 10? And it was 8 times out of those misses. Maybe I should do the threshold. Actually, no, it's not out of the misses. Yeah, it was out of the misses. Because what I wanted to see was how many times would I have failed to make money had I taken that. So if that gap is less than 10, then out of the 65 missed pivots, it was under the threshold 8 times. So what we're looking for. Are we looking to say if the gap is under the threshold, do we not take the trade? That's what we're looking to find out. So I'm going to I'll probably do another video explaining this indicator when I get it all finished, because what I also did was I had the missed buy and I changed this to pips rather than looking at the points, so it's a little clearer here. So open minus pivot point here was 35.1 today. High minus the open's 15. Low minus the open, or open minus low, is 22.7. Missed it by 19.6, but it filled that gap. It filled 15.5 pips. So as you can see, there were pips to be made there, and that's the whole idea, is to make those pips. So that's probably enough of the rambling here on this indicator. Like I said, I probably will have it done by the end of the week, maybe get it posted or at least sent out to those who will donate in 2021, because I've got a few new indicators, of course, putting the finishing touches on it for you guys. So that's it. I hope you have a profitable week of trading, and so far this month it's profitable for you. And just remember and never forget, when you sit down at your trading platform, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. And click subscribe, and also please start clicking like on the YouTube, on the videos there, because I guess the more likes, the more likelihood the videos will get seen by new people. So I'd appreciate that. This is TheRumpledOne, over and out.